Shamar.
What's going on YouTube?
Washington.
This is boy Jamar here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Jamar here once again for another episode of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Let me tell y'all, this episode is probably gonna be long. I'm gonna try not to make it long, but there was so much stuff that happened this episode that confused me to no end, where I just left myself looking like, what are you talking about? And I'm so confused. I'm so lost in a lot of these parts, but we're gonna figure this out. So again, I tried to section everything off so where I don't have to necessarily jump back and forth between people. We just get everybody's thing going on in one sitting. So let's talk about this Moniece, Nia / Cisco Tierra situation. Firstly, actually, you know what? Yeah, no, firstly, I want to know, why is Nia still on this show? Why is she here? She's literally just been like a sidekick to Moniece as Tierra's friend. Why is she here? Soulja Boy is long gone. That was her claim to fame. Well, not really her claim to fame, but her claim to fame on this show. But why is she still here? Anyways, first confused. So Moniece and Nia confront Cisco about him taking her to the detox, saying, well, I thought we clearly explained what our plan was, excuse me, about getting her into rehab, this, that, and the four. My thing is, she starts crying, talking about, this hits home for me because my family is breaking down because of an addiction. I'm like, wait a minute, wait, what? First of all, how are you going to come and confront me about taking your alcoholic friend to the hospital to detox her system of alcohol? Why is that a bad thing? I'm so lost and confused. To me, she should have been thanking Cisco to be like, thank you for taking the first steps on getting her to where we want her to be if she has this problem. Seems to me you would want to take somebody who has an alcoholic problem to a detox, try to clear her system, clear her liver, clear, everything out, her kidneys, what have you, of alcohol, and then send her into a rehab, as opposed to just sending her there with all this stuff potentially still in her system. That made no sense to me, how Moniece was so upset that she took her to this detox as if it hurt her. I was so confused. That made no sense. And then she starts crying, talking about her family broken apart. I don't know what that was about. I'm like, wait, why is she crying? I don't get it. Her family broken apart by an addiction. What is she talking about? Did I miss something? I was lost. I swear, I was so lost in that scene. I'm like, what is the issue here? And then I was with Cisco the whole time, like, at least I did something. Y'all sitting there talking about some, oh, we need to do it, we need to do it, we need to do it, but yet she's not in rehab. She doesn't even know that y'all want her to be in rehab. Like, at least he went and actually did something. Y'all ain't even doing nothing. So, somebody help me. That part, of all the parts, I think, so far, unless I remember something else, just was like, huh? I was so lost. So when Cisco is meeting with Tierra in the studio, then he talks about how her friends confronted him, and she's like, okay, well, I'm looking at my friends kind of crazy for going to, behind my back, talking about me about a potential issue that I have. But then she's like, okay, well, what was said? Like, what did you say when they said I had, this alleged issue? Then all of a sudden, Cisco turns around and starts being like, don't question me. Yeah. What? I was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave because first of all, you already starting to feel high and mighty about yourself. All I asked you was what was said. What did you defend me? He's like, oh, you don't believe, you don't trust what we have. You don't think that I said anything, bruh. I asked you what was said. I didn't. Did I ever say that you didn't defend me? I just said, okay. I assume that you defended me. So what did you say to defend me? Is all Tierra was saying. He's talking about some dumb question. He's like, then he gets mad like, don't ask me, ask them. Why are you asking me? Because you were there. Because you were present in the situation. That's why I'm asking you what happened. Lord Jesus, that made no sense. You know, we get some man like, go ask your friends what happened. Don't ask me. Why are you asking me? Lord, this show, bless it. It is, Lord have mercy. It's so bad that it's good. Because I'm telling you, I was looking at this like with cockeyed and with cockeyed head and whatever this is. Just confused and baffled. I'm like, what is going on? Is it me? I need to know in the comments, honestly and for truly. Was I the only one confused? Because I was lost. Maybe I'm missing something. That could honestly be it. I must be missing something. Anyways, so Tierra talks to her friends. She's pissed. And then they looking at her like, why are you mad at us? Well, because y'all talking about me to other people, first of all. Like, I mean, y'all didn't necessarily come to me about what y'all wanted to do as far as trying to take me to rehab or none of that stuff. Y'all didn't say nothing about that to me to my face. Y'all telling my man all my business and y'all just met him. So what's the tea? And then they asking her, oh, have you had a drink today? Have you had a drink today? She's like, I do not wake up with like a bottle in my hand. That's the first thing that I reach for. Now, mind you, it's not completely far-fetched to just ask if you drunk today. I'm going to try to give them that. But still, the part about her friends and her man talking all that stuff, like, that was kind of low. Like, if y'all supposed to be cool, like, y'all supposed to come to me first before anything. Not telling all the business of what y'all thoughts about me and all my issues to somebody that you just met and really don't even like. That what WTF? Just to that whole situation, WTF. And then, to top it all off, we see Cisco later on with some new chick named Amber. And I'm like, so you just gonna cheat on her in front of on TV? This is just like 11 Hip Hop Atlanta when Kirk was in the bathtub with all them other people, knowing Rashida gonna... I forget this is reality TV. Lord have mercy. Okay. The next... Oh... I actually get a migraine talking about her. Like, legitimately, she baffles me so. Hazel-E, Toucan Sam, is doing a photo shoot, and her boyfriend is supposed to be helping her, and apparently he's not doing what she needs him to do, and the people just kind of take her out, or I mean, take him out. And first of all, I don't know what, we know that 9 times out of 10, whatever this shoot is not for anything real. Let's just keep it 100. This is not a real product. I doubt its viability. I don't believe that it's real. Whatever she's supposed to be promoting. You know, they're supposed to be taking these shots or whatever, and I guess he's killing the vibe and whatever. And he's jealous that it's all about Hazel and she's the one paying the bills. I'm like, with what? Love and hip hop checks? Because, I mean, does she talk about other things that she does? Because she tries to do music. We know she doesn't sell it. Is she still like a promote? What does she do? Where does she get... You know what? Whatever. Let me not be looking into somebody's pockets because Lord knows I got my own struggles. Anyway, so he's talking about when is going to be the Rose and Hazel show, and I guess he's trying to get some little career. She's already just a cougar, and I'm just like, okay, girl. So Hazel is brought in to meet with Chanel West Coast to do this video for her new bass song that sounds a mess. Okay, let's just the whole rhythm and melody of it just sounds a mess and very basic. I'm sorry. Chanel seems cool. I agree with Chanel later on in this debacle. I completely agree. But the song, not for me. But Safaree is, working with her on the song and feels like it's a good idea to call Hazel in to try to help her do this video to help her image. I'm not sure why you went to Hazel E to discuss image. But I digress. This is a Safaree decision. We just gonna roll with it. So she comes in and says, oh, I've seen her on the gram around in the streets and all this other stuff that Hazel E be talking about. And she's like, oh, well, we're going to make sure that you can't be something that you're not because you're looking real hippie. If you can't be, street, like, I don't want you to be forced. We don't want it to be fake or whatever. And Chanel was like, did she just shade me? You know what? I'm going to let that go because I don't know if she just tried to shade me or not. But I'm going to keep my eye on her. That's basically what she said. So now we get to the shoot. And Hazel E is already there in full costume. I'm like, why are you dressed up? Why are you dressed like the So they're trying to get this shoot together and I guess practice the choreography of some sort. And Chanel gets there and she's like, what is this? I haven't been made privy to any of the situation going on here. Like, she's like, I didn't receive any email, text, smoke signal, carrier pigeon of a treatment of my own video. So I'm just here trying to figure out what's going on. And you got a set, you got dancers, you got, all which is, necessary for a video. But like she said, I like to be made privy to the situation, especially if you have dancers that have choreography. Why don't I know the choreography ahead of time before the shoot? Don't you have to practice choreography prior to filming the music video? Hazel, I'm just like, that's why I was definitely with Chanel, like, this is so unprofessional. How do you expect me to just come and arrive? And then when we try to shoot, do a shot, you talk about, oh, well, it doesn't look right that all the dancers are like together doing choreography and you just freestyling. Because I don't know it. It would have been nice when they were learning it that I would be learning it. That should make sense to me because I'm pretty sure they weren't just born with with just that knowledge already. I'm sure they had to practice and rehearse and go over formations. So my question to you is, as my video director or whatever Hazel E is supposed to be, why wasn't I there? Why wasn't I made privy to, hey, there's an 8 count. Can you come and learn it with the dancers and see where you fit in with the dancers? And then when she tries to tell her, like, this isn't working, like, what are you doing? Like, this is stupid. Then Hazel E tries to turn up and be like, see, this is what's wrong with the young generation. They don't know anything and this, that, and the fourth, and blah, blah, blah. We're like, Hazel, what do you know? What do you know about directing music videos? What do you know about actual musical product that will sell? What do you know? Where's it on your resume? I need to be made privy to it. If it's there, somebody needs to tell me, because otherwise, why is she here? Why is she telling me what's good and what's bad when she has no experience or reason to tell me what to do? You feel me? So I was definitely on Chanel West Coast side with that, even though I think her song was still terrible. I'm definitely with the fact that was some unprofessional nonsense. And then, after they fought and had their little fisticuff squabble, whatever, she starts dancing or going around in formation with the dancers and put her song on. I'm like, oh, so this was basically for you. You just tried to cloak it up and make it seem like it was for me. So the reason that I wasn't at the rehearsal for these, that these dancers know, is because it wasn't for me. It was for you. Now it all makes sense. That's why Hazel E ain't shit. I can't deal with her. She has a confidence that I need to get. Like, I just need to think I'm just the ish all day, every day, even though we both know this. Bless her heart. So that was the bulk of the stuff. Now, Alexis Sky and Solo Lucci. We talked about last week how I was still baffled and confused as to why the baby mama even burst into that session. First of all, how she got there, why she was there, and just the whole situation. She talked about, why were you screwing my baby daddy? Because he probably told me that he was single, and if y'all aren't together, why does it matter if I'm screwing him or not? So we don't need to necessarily rehash that. But she busts into his interview and tries to confront him, which, girl, I'm not sure if you were trying to embarrass him, but you sort of ended up embarrassing yourself a little bit. But I digress, because, I mean, let's say that those people ever wanted to work with you and hire, well, not necessarily hire you, but bring you onto their show. Now they're going to kind of, spread this around like she's crazy, she's unprofessional, this, that, and the four. So that really wasn't the best decision on your part, ma'am. However, when she did do that, he said, I guess to try to be combative, tried to call her pass around pussy. So I guess everybody's had her, but then why are you with her? It's like, if you're going to insult her, trying to talk about, oh, she's this, she's a low grade, woman or whatever, then why are you with her? Why, what does that say about you? And then he's like, oh, I got to stop messing with these strippers, man. So, well, you know what? Forrest Rocks already said that Solo Lucci is not the most attractive looking person anyway. So it's like, Alexis, why are you even putting the energy forth with this man? I don't understand it. But, she went to see Lyrica and she talked about how she, hurt her feelings and all that stuff. And they're going to be, bosom buddies or what have you. So, speaking of Lyrica, A1 is in the studio with Keyshia Cole, and of course that nonsense about not messing with female artists. I wouldn't want to pass up the opportunity to work with Keyshia Cole anyway. Well, either, I should say. However, the way that A1 went about it was not smart. It made it look horrible. Because, first of all, as they're doing the session, Lyrica, says that we were supposed to have a session, but he canceled our session because he had a session with another artist. So she walks in, sees that it's Keyshia, and, it's very cordial and kind and doesn't want to, show her ass in front of Keyshia. But when, Keisha's gone, it's like, okay, it's not that she's bad about her, A1 doing it with Keyshia Cole because it's a dope opportunity. She understands that. But I guess her issue is the fact that when she was the hot one and A1 was the one that was trying to get on the come up, she was the one hustling, say, hey, listen to him, check him out. And, he was with every session that she had, whereas now he's like sneaking sessions with, people, not paying attention to her project and going through all this stuff. And so she just kind of got mad, like how I put you on, but now all of a sudden you're not thinking about me at this point, and it kind of pissed her off. So I get it. And she felt betrayed. But I'm just like, yeah, A1, what you should have did, what you should have did is I would have told her immediately, like, homegirl that you tried to sign that was like T Dolla Sign's cousin, niece, or whatever. That's she ain't really got her stuff together yet. But if Keyshia Cole approached me, I would be like, babe, Keyshia Cole trying to work with us. Oh, let's get this money. Instead of trying to do it behind her back because you feel like, oh, because it's a female, she's not gonna be with it and she's gonna cause drama, this, that, and the four. But not telling her and then having to come up later is gonna make it worse. So you didn't approach that with the most, intelligence, Mr. A1. So lastly is this mess with Masika and the two girls. Zell and Ray. So Zell is meeting with Masika. They're getting their nails done. They try to talk about, you know, what happened. And she mentions to Zell that even though I'm mad with you, your behavior was expected, which is why it was my idea for you not to even show up at the event. And apparently Zell didn't know that. And so she says, well, yeah, it was definitely Mr. Ray's idea for you to even be there, because I know how you are. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to have him sit this one out. But since it was his idea for you to even be there, I hold him responsible for his actions and what he did and how he behaved. So I'm a little bit more upset with him as opposed to you. So as they're having this whole, you know, conversation, Mr. Ray walks in and, you know, I guess because he's mad that Masika's taking him to get their toes done at the same place they get theirs done, as if he owns the place. But, you know, I mean, I get it. You know, I guess that's our thing, and you doing it with this person that I don't like, I guess. But you know they're friends. It's not like they're enemies or what, you know, whatever. But these people, I don't understand some of the stuff that they do. But he comes in and talks about, oh, I see you're like adopting animals or something like that. And he's like, well, what kind of animal am I? And he says something like a Tasmanian devil in space or some shit. I don't know. But apparently as soon as he said Tasmanian devil, man, Zell got to juking and went out there. He ran up on, look, I couldn't tell if Zell like literally ran up and tackled him to the ground and was on top of him and they pulled him off. I couldn't really see. Somebody tell me in the comments. But Zell moved quick. He moved very fast. I was like, how you get over there that quick? And you know Zell's a big dude. So, of course, you know, Mr. Ray still talking stuff, throwing shade, calling him all sorts of animals and adopting stuff and blah, blah, blah. They get carried out. Zell done cut his leg on the table or some glass or something. I'm just like, okay. I don't understand Mr. Ray's point of view here. Like, I need to know a history. Now, Masika said something very interesting in the confessional. She said, I felt like if they weren't so combative and so focused on trying to shade each other, that they could probably be, you know, be cool and potentially be lovers. I'm like, you're probably right. You're probably right. I can see it. Because that sounds like some stuff that would happen is like two people that try to be, you know, over each other, that be trying to be so busy combative toward each other, probably end up liking each other on the low, but they just don't want to say it because they don't want to be the one to show feelings. That could be it. Watch them kiss at the reunion or something, I bet you. Probably not. Oh, but that was this episode of Love and Hip Hop, y'all. I'm so confused, baffled, and just bewildered. I need answers to some of these stuff that happened. Y'all, if y'all know anything, leave it down in the comments. Let's discuss, because I want to know. And somebody mentioned on a previous video, I don't know which one, when there's going to be another Scary Stories. One of the animators from the YouTuber who did the animations for the Scary Reactions, put up another one that's only about 3.5 minutes long. But I am going to do that one shortly after this one is uploaded, so be on the lookout for that. And mainly because the one where it's without the audio, without the visual, is almost scarier. Because my imagination is much worse than probably what they're doing. So, if y'all know what I'm talking about, I do, you know, animated stories, horror reactions on my channel. Just look through my previous videos. Some of them are still unlocked just because, anyway. Just look through the ones that are up there, and just check them out if you can. I'll be uploading that tomorrow. But anyways, I don't want to put that all in this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you like, I can't talk. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. We just sit here, we talk, baby. That's all we do. Share the video across social media. You know, if you want to follow me on any of my social media, it'll be in the bottom bar below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe.
Washington.